OK, we've got a bit of a transfer update to bring you because...
We've got breaking news. Brace yourself.
Many Newcastle fans will be asking is what effect Eddie Howe's departure will have, of course, on Bruno Guimaraes' future. For more on that, our reporter Dama Sheth has joined us. I mean, more likely that he'll go now, do you think?
I still think it's going to come down to price.
OK.
I don't think that will have changed, but I think Keith touched on it there, the last 2 summers.
Hello everyone, Arsenal step up their pursuit of Bruno Guimaraes. As negotiations continue, Arsenal's ambition to strengthen their midfield ahead of the new Premier League season has become one of the biggest stories of the summer transfer window. According to several reports from reliable football journalists and media outlets, the Gunners are continuing discussions with Newcastle United over the potential signing of Brazilian international Bruno Guimaraes. Although no official agreement has been announced by either club, optimism is growing that Arsenal remain determined to complete one of the biggest transfers of the summer. Mikel Arteta has made it clear that Arsenal's objective is to build a squad capable of competing for every major trophy. After another impressive campaign, the club believes adding an experienced midfielder with leadership qualities could be the missing piece needed to maintain their dominance. Bruno Guimaraes has emerged as one of Arteta's priority targets because of his ability to control matches, dictate the tempo, recover possession, and contribute creatively in attack. The Brazilian midfielder has established himself as one of the Premier League's finest performers since joining Newcastle United. His technical quality, aggressive pressing, excellent passing range and leadership have transformed Newcastle's midfield. These qualities are exactly why Arsenal's recruitment team believes he would fit perfectly into Arteta's tactical system. Reports suggest Arsenal have already made an opening proposal, but Newcastle rejected the first offer because they value their captain at a significantly higher price. Newcastle remain reluctant to lose one of their most influential players and are expected to demand a package worth around £80 million before considering any agreement. Despite the setback, Arsenal have not abandoned the pursuit. Club officials are believed to be preparing improved negotiations while continuing discussions with Newcastle representatives. Sources close to the negotiations indicate that Arsenal remain confident a compromise can eventually be reached if both clubs continue talking over the coming days. One important factor encouraging Arsenal is the belief that Bruno Guimaraes is interested in the project being built at the Emirates Stadium. The opportunity to challenge consistently for Premier League and UEFA Champions League honours is considered attractive for the Brazilian international. However, the player has continued to behave professionally by reporting for Newcastle's pre-season preparations while discussions continue between the two clubs. Inside Arsenal, there is a growing belief that Bruno's arrival would immediately improve the balance of the midfield. His partnership with Martin Odegaard and Declan Rice could create one of the strongest midfield combinations in European football. Guimaraes' composure under pressure, intelligence in possession and defensive work rate would provide Arteta with greater tactical flexibility throughout a demanding season. Former players and football analysts have also praised Arsenal's interest in the midfielder. Many believe his experience in the Premier League means he would require very little time to adapt. Unlike players arriving from overseas leagues, Bruno already understands the physical intensity and tactical demands of English football. Financially, this transfer would represent one of Arsenal's biggest investments in recent years. The club has shown its willingness to spend heavily when the right player becomes available, and Guimaraes appears to fit that profile perfectly. Arsenal's hierarchy reportedly believes that signing established world-class players is necessary if the club wants to remain among Europe's elite. Supporters have reacted enthusiastically across social media. Many Arsenal fans see Bruno Guimaraes as the ideal midfielder to strengthen an already talented squad. Others remain cautious, reminding fellow supporters that negotiations are rarely straightforward and that nothing should be considered complete until the clubs officially announce an agreement. Meanwhile, Newcastle continue to insist that they are under no pressure to sell. The club values Guimaraes not only for his performances on the pitch, but also for his leadership inside the dressing room. Losing their captain would be a major decision, which explains why negotiations have progressed carefully rather than quickly. As things stand today, Arsenal continue pushing to finalise the transfer, while Newcastle maintained their asking price. The coming days could prove decisive as both clubs attempt to bridge the financial gap. Until official confirmation arrives, the deal remains one of the biggest developing stories of the transfer window. Whether Bruno Guimaraes eventually becomes an Arsenal player or remains at Newcastle, one thing is certain. This transfer saga has captured the attention of football fans around the world. Arsenal's determination to strengthen their squad demonstrates the club's ambition, while Newcastle's firm stance highlights just how valuable the Brazilian midfielder has become. Fans will now wait eagerly for the next official update, hoping that the negotiations will soon reach a successful conclusion. Until then, the story continues, with every new report adding another chapter to what could become one of the most significant Premier League transfers of the summer. Why Arsenal believe Bruno Guimaraes is the missing piece. As negotiations continue behind the scenes, many supporters are asking one important question. Why are Arsenal so determined to sign Bruno Guimaraes? The answer lies in Mikel Arteta's long-term vision for the club. Arsenal have made significant progress over the last few seasons, establishing themselves as genuine Premier League title contenders and regular UEFA Champions League participants. However, the club's hierarchy believes another elite midfielder could be the difference between competing for trophies and consistently winning them. Bruno Guimaraes has developed into one of the Premier League's most complete midfielders. His ability to defend aggressively, recover possession, carry the ball forward and create chances makes him an ideal fit for Arsenal's style of play. Arteta values midfielders who can operate in multiple roles during the same match, and Bruno has repeatedly demonstrated that flexibility during his time at Newcastle United. One of the Brazilian's biggest strengths is his composure under pressure. Even when surrounded by opponents, he rarely loses possession. Instead, he finds intelligent passing angles that allow his team to build attacks from deep areas. Arsenal already possess technically gifted players such as Martin Odegaard and Declan Rice, but adding Bruno would give the midfield even greater balance and creativity. Football analysts believe a midfield trio of Declan Rice, Bruno Guimaraes and Martin Odegaard could become one of Europe's strongest combinations. Rice would provide defensive stability, Bruno would control the tempo and link defence with attack, while Odegaard would continue creating opportunities in advanced positions. Such balance could help Arsenal dominate possession against both domestic and European opponents. Another reason Arsenal admire Bruno is his leadership. Since arriving at Newcastle, he has become one of the team's most influential figures, both on and off the pitch. His passion, commitment and winning mentality have earned him respect from teammates and supporters alike. Arteta has repeatedly emphasised the importance of character when recruiting players, making Bruno an attractive option. Despite Arsenal's interest, Newcastle remain firm in their position. The club understands how valuable Bruno is and has shown little desire to sell. Reports suggest Newcastle would only consider serious negotiations if Arsenal submit an improved financial package that reflects the player's importance. Because of this, Arsenal's recruitment team is carefully evaluating its next move. Club executives are expected to continue discussions while ensuring they remain within the club's financial strategy. Arsenal have invested heavily in recent transfer windows, but they also want to maintain financial stability as they build a squad capable of challenging for trophies year after year. Supporters continue to debate whether the transfer will happen before the window closes. Some believe Arsenal's persistence is a positive sign, while others think Newcastle's determination to keep their captain could ultimately prevent any agreement. Until both clubs reach common ground, uncertainty will remain. For now, Arsenal fans can only wait as negotiations continue. Every new report brings fresh speculation, but one fact remains unchanged. There has been no official confirmation from either Arsenal or Newcastle United that a transfer agreement has been completed. The coming days are expected to be crucial in determining whether this high-profile move becomes reality.